All right, we are up and live. Hey, everyone on Facebook, if you have any comments today, make sure to comment on the Facebook Live below. I see that Alexis is joining us. Lisa from Sutherland Springs. Hey, Lisa, glad that you're here. Hello from West Virginia, says Nick. And Teresa wants to know, are we getting any rain? So all the rain that moved through was ahead of an outflow boundary. And also we have a cold front currently sweeping through our area. Hence why it's so windy out there. So a lot of us actually didn't see rain today. It mainly stayed east of San Antonio. So that's kind of some good news there, even though a lot of us still need the rain. Great. And Poteet, hi from Little Texas. We also have Patty watching. Hey, Patty, glad that you're joining us. Vanessa says hello this here. And also saying hello. So yeah, you know, we have seen some noisy thunderstorms move over our eastern counties, mainly Gonzales, and this was all east of San Antonio. Here's that 12-hour loop that I really want you guys to see. So we had some strong to severe thunderstorms develop into North Texas, hence why they were under that level 4 moderate risk yesterday, mainly for the evening hours. And the primary concern up into North Texas, it was mainly that damaging wind gust threat. So they had a very low tornado threat. It was mainly just the damaging wind gust ahead of the main line and ahead of those strong to severe thunderstorms. But the rain has moved out of the Houston area. It's now all over the Gulf of Mexico, and we're beginning to dry out as well. And I have my window to my left, and I just see a lot of sunshine, and it's pretty windy out there too. Terry, hello from Atkins, Texas. Hey, Terry, glad that you're joining us today. Kim, wow, Jacksonville, Florida in the house. Cool. Shannon, gorgeous weather this morning in Atascosa. Yeah, definitely. Seth, our loyal Facebook viewer. Hey, Seth, glad you're joining. And any hail and high wind question mark. You know, even though we're beginning to dry out right now, we actually don't have rain in the forecast until next Tuesday, and it's only a 10% chance of rain. So a lot of us still expected to stay dry really over the next 7 to 10 days. We'll have a early summer-like weather pattern kind of settle in through the weekend, so it's to be heating up, and it's also going to feel more humid by Saturday. So one thing I also wanted to point out, all the last 24-hour storm reports. So multiple hail reports to our north, looks like some wind reports over central Texas, also some hail reports closer to the Austin area. Maybe even a funnel cloud report with that. That's within the last 24 hours, and that was just southwest of Houston. But of course, for San Antonio and Bexar County alone, we're not looking at any, you know, we haven't seen any hail reports. I know we had a noisy thunderstorm move over the Gonzales area earlier. I actually saw Paul, he talked about that thunderstorm earlier this morning. So right now, a lot of us beginning to clear out. We'll have a cold front through today, temperatures in the mid and upper 70s, and it is windy out there. So we're still below this wind advisory criteria, but we're kind of right there. So expect gusts as high as 35 miles an hour today. And in order to reach that heat advisory criteria, we have to have gusts up to 40 miles an hour. So we're kind of there. It is going to stay nice today as far as the sunshine goes. Also a lot drier since we have that breezy north wind just funneling in that drier and cooler air. So not much change in temperatures from yesterday. We're still all going to have highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. It's just not going to be humid and also windy out there. So this is our sustained wind out of the north. We're at 26 miles an hour there in Hondo. Breezy also here in San Antonio. I've seen the breeze kind of shaking a lot this morning. We're at 16 miles per hour in Pleasanton, near 20 in a lot of our communities. But check out gust here. So we're have gust up to 35 miles an hour, already pushing 36 in Hondo, 31 mile an hour wind gusts right here in Bexar County, and 33 miles along the I-35 corridor in New Braunfels. So it is going to stay windy today, but eventually our north wind will die down late afternoon into early evening, and so it's not going to be windy or as windy overnight. So hopefully it hasn't, you know, knocked down your plants or anything like that. Let's see. Gabby says hello. Kim Glass giving a thumbs up. Ruben, hi, hello to you. Wendy, hello from Corpus. Wendy, we were actually in Corpus Christi last Thursday, and it was beautiful. A little sunburnt though. Lola wants to know, how long are we keeping this weather? As far as the conditions, that should die down by early evening, but the sunshine will continue into really midweek next week, so through Wednesday. May with cold fronts. Yeah, I know, Nicole. We call them cold fronts, because that's the technical weather term. But what that cold front did was just move a line of showers across much of the state, also the deep south, even the central plains. So that's what that cold front really did, and it also reinforced the drier air. And speaking of drier air, it doesn't feel as sticky outside, kind of like yesterday. So you can really see that cold front moving through right now. Dew points dropping into the upper 40s over parts of the hill country. So that just means that the drier air is moving in, upper 50s in San Antonio, but a little bit more humid over, Cotulla, George West, into Beeville. That's where we still have dew points in the low and mid 60s. So eventually, once this cold front moves through, it's going to move in the drier air, and dew points will fall into the 40s for all of Central Texas, or Central and South Texas, by tomorrow. So that's kind of what we're looking at. And as far as allergies, everything's still light across the board. I know we had rain move through, and typically if some of us see rain, we kind of have mold spike on our allergy report. And I know we had that thunderstorm move through, not last night, but the evening before. So that kind of made mold like a little heavier on our allergy report, but now it's light. So mold always gets me, along with oak. So if you deal with those same allergies, it looks like the good news is that all of it is light across the board. Now our day planner today, lots of sunshine. So a lot of us will have gradual clearing. I know have some lingering clouds south of San Antonio, but eventually a lot of us will be sunny and clear tonight. We actually have a forecast high of 86 degrees up to 35 miles an hour. So looking at your Wednesday planner, it's still going to stay seasonably warm, mostly sunny, just a little on the windy side. So overall nice to go outside. It's just, ladies, you may have to tie up your hair. That's really the biggest thing here, especially with the wind. John says hello from San Antonio. Hey, John, glad that you're joining us today. Gary, how will the weekend feel? Long story short, first weekend of May will be hot. And I'll get to that here in a minute and why it is going to be hot. So this is looking at overall high temperatures today. Like I said, we're still seeing some lingering clouds over southern counties, but eventually that cloud cover will just clear out. We'll hit 86 in the city, mid 80s in Pleasanton, upper 80s in Cotulla. With that dry air in place eventually this afternoon, that's really going to help us warm up a little bit more. So we're still looking at toasty conditions in Eagle Pass, also Cristo Springs, with highs in the low 90s. Now a little bit cooler tonight. That's because we won't have that cloud cover in place. So we're looking at a clear sky, overnight lows in the mid and 50s, a little bit cooler, of course, over the hill country. We have forecast lows in the mid and upper 50s over Kerrville and Fredericksburg. We'll drop to 56 in Bexar County, upper 50s in Floresville, low 50s in Seguin. So Seguin also one of the cooler spots tonight. So some of you are asking about our weekend. Here's what we're looking at. We're going to be heating up pretty quickly. Go figure. I can't believe April's over, but we have our first weekend of May, and May 1st going to be this Friday. And temperatures start really soaring back into the mid and upper 90s. So we'll hit 95 Saturday, mid 90s Sunday, upper 90s on Monday, and then I do have a forecast high of 98 by next Tuesday. So we are just creeping up toward the triple digits. I don't know about you, but summer is not my favorite, so I can definitely wait on these temperatures. Elizabeth says hello from San Antonio. Andy by downtown. Yeah, Andrew, we're actually looking at gusts near 36 miles an hour in some communities today. Juan says very windy and sunny. Yeah, definitely. And Gary, here's the weekend forecast. Saturday and Sunday, we will stay partly sunny, so we'll have scattered clouds, but as far as the rain chances go, no rain chances in the forecast this weekend. I know we had a 20% yesterday included in Sunday, but it looks like weather models are trending more dry for both Saturday and Sunday. So it looks like we will stay dry both Saturday and Sunday. So really all the weather models have been pretty consistent with backing off on rain chances. really Thursday, tomorrow through Monday, and also into Tuesday of next week. So here's why we are going to stay dry. We'll actually have this upper level ridge, this summer-like weather pattern built in from the west. And this is going to keep us hot, also dry. This is why we don't really have any rain chances on the 7-day, and also why temperatures, are well above normal over the next week. So we're looking at mid-90s both Saturday and Sunday. And here's why. We'll have this typical summer-like weather pattern kind of built in. So it's really looking at a ridge, a pretty stout ridge. And then on Sunday, kind of a weaker ridge. And then clouds eventually start building in this weekend. So here's the 7-day forecast. Temperatures unseasonably warm Saturday and Sunday. I know a lot of you are wondering about the weekend. Not as breezy tomorrow, too. That's another thing I want to point out. So Thursday and Friday, not as breezy. We'll have gusts right around 15 miles an hour on Saturday. Partly cloudy skies, both Saturday and a Sunday. We'll wake up to morning clouds on Monday, but then sunny by the afternoon and a little breezy again. And then there's that slim rain chance I was talking about. So we actually pulled it down to a 10% on Tuesday. So maybe a few spotty showers over the hill country. That's going to be the best bet as to what weather models are showing now. And there's also that high of 98 degrees. So regardless of cloud cover, this weekend into early next week, we're still going to heat up pretty nicely. So if you're not a fan of the heat, you may want to hang out indoors for most of the time. I know a lot of us are anyway. But yeah, our AC will be working pretty hard this weekend into next week. Anthony wants to know, hi, any more rain? Here's your answer, Anthony. We're only looking at a 10% on Tuesday. So that's really all we're looking at. George, I am jealous. Small barbecue later this evening. That's nice. I would just put a paperweight on the napkins and plates, honestly. That's what I would do. The wind is going to be a hassle for you guys if you have any, barbecue plans later today. That's really what we're looking at. I mean, we're just below that wind advisory criteria. In fact, I will pull up wind gusts again. So wind advisory criteria is about 40 mile an hour wind gusts. We're kind of pretty close to that in Hondo. 35 mile an hour wind gusts in San Marcos. New Braunfels looking at 33 miles per hour and 30 miles per hour there in San Diego. So someone had commented about how it's really windy in downtown, but yeah, that's kind of what we're looking there. So the weather's going to be, I wouldn't say quiet today. It's just going to be windy and sunny. As far as this weekend goes, we'll be heating up nicely. In fact, next Tuesday may be the hottest day that we've had in San Antonio. Well, we did hit 99 degrees in the upper 90s, but it is going to be one of the hottest days that we've had so far this year. So Tuesday, temperatures in the upper 90s will hit 98, partly sunny skies. And then I know some of you are wondering about our rain chances for the rest of the day. And, we had an outflow boundary kind of bring all these showers and thunderstorms. I mean, just a massive line that moved over Houston, also over much of Louisiana earlier this morning. So all of that is to our south. We had a few noisy thunderstorms move over Gonzales. And I'll pause it to what it looks like now, just so we can see what exactly is going on. So that was a 12-hour loop. So the big batch of rain now south of Houston over the Gulf of Mexico. We have the cold front right behind this line. It is kind of lagging a little bit because, like I said, most of the shower and thunderstorm activity ahead of an outflow boundary. And really what that means is thunderstorms that formed overnight and earlier this morning, it kind of formed this mini cold front. And as that mini cold front moved through, the rain also moved along with it. So we're still looking at the cold front behind this system. The cold front's currently moving through the hill country. Now it's just northwest of San Antonio. Hence why it's so breezy outside too. It's because that cold front's beginning to inch closer and closer to South Texas. So that's kind of why we're so breezy. And you can see this cold front really well looking at our dew points across our viewing area. Much drier over Rock Springs, dew points in the upper 40s. Reason why we talk about dew points versus relative humidity is because dew points give us an accurate look and an accurate observation as to, you know, how tropical and how humid it feels outside. So once your dew point falls below 50 degrees, it starts getting drier and more comfortable outside. But once you get into the low and mid 60s, it feels a little bit sticky, kind of like yesterday. So Leo says, good morning. When is the next chance of rain? That would be next Tuesday, but it's only a 10%, Leo. So that's kind of what we're looking at there. Robert, oh my goodness. Hey, you guys are going to help me with that advice later. If you're having a barbecue today and you don't have paperweight on your napkins and plates, I mean, that's going to be your bad because it is so windy today. All right, so here's high temperatures. I'll do this one more time, and then I am going to step off here since I have to get ready for midday here soon. Upper 70s and low 80s, just beautiful weather over the hill country, a lot drier for you guys in Kerrville and Rock Springs. Meanwhile, Cotulla, Carrizo Springs, still a little humid for you. So it is going to take some time for this drier air to work its way into South Texas. So keep that in mind. It may feel humid most of the day, but eventually our dew points will fall back into the 40s, especially by tonight. Tonight, a lot of us will still stay mostly clear. Lots of sunshine tomorrow. Rinse and repeat, I would say. You know, we're still going to have highs in the upper 80s tomorrow, and then it is really going to heat up pretty nicely Friday and over the weekend. I just can't believe the month of April is over. Leo, you're welcome. All right, that's all the questions and comments I see so far. Well, I hope you guys have a great Wednesday. Enjoy your Wednesday. Enjoy the nice weather. And I will be on at noon. And today we also have our 1 p.m. live interactive weather classroom. Weather Chief Bill Taylor's in the house, so he'll be talking about the difference between El Nino and why it's important for the tropic season and severe weather season. Why it contributes to what are the normal weather patterns and then drier the normal weather patterns. So that's going to be something interesting to break down. We are live weekly with our weather classroom talks at 1 p.m. So that's going to be Monday through Friday on both YouTube, Facebook, also live on our app, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're also live on our app as And then Andrew pulled up the schedule here. So like I said, today we'll be talking about the difference between El Nino and La Nina. Tomorrow, very big word, cyclogenesis, but something very interesting that Paul will cover. And then we also have Fun Time Friday. So that's when you share your stories and your pictures with us. I really liked Monday's topic. Andrew and I talked about the solar system. We only got through the planet Earth, of course, our planet. We'll have 3 parts to the solar system. So Monday's very interesting. Yesterday, we talked about the hurricane hunters, and that was a part of the Tropical Tuesday series that we do every Tuesday, of course. So if you missed those 2 talks today, the good news is since these are on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, you can always go back and watch them. But we are signing off on here. Oh, Leo, what's the dog barking at? So today, it's Wednesday, and we have our lawn care service kind of take care of our apartment here. So he likes to bark at, you know, the leaf blowers.
Weed Whacker Wednesday.
Weed Whacker Wednesday, that's what we call it. So.
And Ollie is just trying to keep us protected, or try to say, really.
Typical dog move, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're signing off. I hope you guys have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you at midday.